tout à côté des vêtements et autres objets appartenant aux personnes qui étaient à bord. Un peu plus en amont, cet assemblage métallique qui servait de porte-bagages. Le véhicule de transport interurbain parti de Douala, avec pour destination finale Bouddha, a été victime d'un accident de la circulation dans l'après-midi du mercredi 7 août 2024, à une trentaine de kilomètres de l'arrivée.
Malgré les difficultés de la route, il roulait très bien. C'est après Banjoum, là, il y a le carrefour avant Bola, il a laissé un passager là-bas. Dès qu'il reprend la route, dès qu'il prend le boudon, là, il se met à paniquer. Il se met à paniquer sur le boudon, il part à gauche, il part à droite, il part à gauche, il part à droite. Directement, il casse le volant, il entre dans la forêt là. C'est nous, on a fait des tours, on s'est retrouvés dans le ravin.
Les témoins et les passagers pointent le doigt accusateur sur le chauffeur qui, sous la pluie battante, a tenté un dépassement et s'est retrouvé nez à nez avec un taxi.
On m'a appelé autour de 14 heures pour me faire comprendre que ma femme a fait un accident de circulation. Et elle a pris la voiture autour de 10 heures, première étape à l'entraînement industrie Fondemoko. Les riverains m'ont fait comprendre que l'accident s'est produit dans la pluie et il était en situation de dépassement. Un véhicule a surgi devant lui. Il a rabattu, il n'a pas pu récupérer.
Nous étions en train de rouler, il y avait un taxi qui venait devant nous. C'est comme ça que notre voiture voulait esquiver le taxi. Après, directement, le frein a lâché nous. La voiture a commencé à d'anginer. Subitement, ça m'a retrouvé dans le ravin.
Le choc est fatal pour le conducteur du minibus, le nommé Clovis Difobono, âgé de 27 ans. Aussi, plus de 10 blessés dont des cas graves ont été enregistrés. Certains ont été conduits aux urgences de l'hôpital protestant de Mbo à Banjoun, d'autres à l'hôpital régional de Bafoussam. Ce nouvel accident de la circulation vient s'ajouter à la série noire qui a fait une vingtaine de morts sur les routes de la région de l'Ouest entre fin juin et début juillet dernier.
Dans la page politique, l'activiste Steve Akam n'a pas donné signe de vie après avoir été arrêté au Gabon et déporté au Cameroun. Son avocat, maître Hippolyte Méli, dit avoir tenté en vain d'obtenir la moindre information des autorités camerounaises, une situation qui pousse plus d'un à soulever l'éventualité de la mort de l'activiste. Un reportage de Emmanuel Job et Axe Cyril.
Steve Akam, la question taraude les esprits depuis la déportation au Cameroun de l'activiste arrêté au Gabon. D'aucuns n'hésitent pas à avancer la thèse de la mort de Ramon Kota, comme on l'appelle.
Nous n'avons pas de preuves, mais nous avons évoqué ce qu'on appelle juridiquement les disparitions forcées. Disparitions forcées donnent dans 80% des cas lieu à la mort.
L'inquiétude est d'autant plus grande que l'on est sans nouvelles de Ramon Kota. Aucune information ne filtre, ni sur son lieu de détention, ni sur son statut juridique.
Il est entre les mains des autorités camerounaises, c'est tout ce qu'on peut dire. Des autorités publiques camerounaises qui refusent jusqu'à présent de communiquer sur sa situation et sur son statut juridique. Donc, on ne sait exactement dans quelle cellule de sûreté il peut se retrouver.
Constitué pour la défense des intérêts moraux et matériels de l'activiste, maître Hippolyte Méli affirme avoir tenté en vain d'obtenir la moindre information des autorités camerounaises.
Nous avons donc saisi monsieur le délégué général à la Sûreté nationale, ainsi que monsieur le secrétaire d'État à la défense en charge de la gendarmerie. Comme il a été conduit de force en territoire du Cameroun, il devait normalement subir une procédure qui est une procédure publique et non une procédure clandestine.
Livré au Cameroun après son interpellation au Gabon, Steve Akam, alias Ramon Kota, est introuvable depuis 2 semaines. Son cas inquiète des hommes de droit.
Dans la suite de l'actualité, après 17 ans de patience, fin de la vacance à la chefferie de Lokbamal, village de l'arrondissement de Ngouyi, dans le département de la Sanaga-Maritime. Sa Majesté Désirée Komabel Hayatou, désignée le 1er août 2024 à l'issue des consultations, prend désormais véritablement les rênes du commandement. Ekoka Lobé, Stéviane Tepe Yamfa.
Voici votre nouveau chef.
Après 17 ans d'attente, le village Lokbamal, situé dans le département de la Sanaga-Maritime, tient désormais son nouveau chef. Désigné en 2008, un an après le décès de son père, Bienvenu Belbel. Ce n'est que le 1er août 2024 que Sa Majesté Désirée Komabel Hayatou a été installé dans ses fonctions par le sous-préfet de l'arrondissement de Ngoué. C'est dans la joie pour la population qui a suivi la lecture de l'arrêté préfectoral, consacrant à ses attributions leur nouveau guide, le nouveau chef, place son règne sous le signe du rassemblement et de la paix entre frères et sœurs de l'Ogbamal.
Aujourd'hui, j'appelle tous mes élites, tout le monde, sans distinction, à faire preuve d'adhérer au travail, car ensemble, nous pouvons faire de bonnes choses.
Pour mener à bien sa mission, le chef de la circonscription administrative lui a énoncé quelques recommandations, notamment par rapport au maintien de l'ordre et la gestion du commandement traditionnel.
Juste rappeler les grandes recommandations. La loi de l'administration, veiller votre population. Bref, tout faire pour que le village ne soit pas absent au panthéon du bonheur. Maintenant, le reste dans les textes qu'il connaît par cœur. Je veux juste souhaiter qu'il puisse vraiment les implémenter sur le terrain.
Constitué d'une population estimée à 1000 habitants, le village Logbamal est compté parmi les 27 du canton Bassa et Toua, dans l'arrondissement de Ngoué.
Dans la région de l'Ouest, la ville de Tchan et de Bangourin est confrontée à des coupures intempestives de courant électrique. Les habitants de ces deux villes déplorent un phénomène qui paralyse les activités. Reportage de Robert Kenyé et Vivien Tonfac.
Sur le toit de l'hôpital de district de Bangourin dans le département du Nous sont disposées des plaques solaires. Ce dispositif permet à la formation sanitaire de se mettre à l'abri des coupures intempestives du courant électrique auquel la localité est confrontée.
Avant l'arrivée de la plaque, nous vivons dans une situation un peu, il y avait l'obscurité totale. Et dès son arrivée, nous avons trouvé vraiment, il y a eu l'éclairage. Et ça a un peu lavé les yeux des gens.
Nous sommes très joyeux d'utiliser cette lumière qui ne se coupe pas. Alors que dans la ville, la lumière est la chose la plus rare ici, en ce qui concerne l'énergie énéo.
Si l'hôpital a pu trouver une solution alternative moins coûteuse, les opérateurs économiques, quant à eux, continuent de vivre le calvaire. Ils sont régulièrement contraints d'interrompre leurs activités, comme dans cet atelier de soudure.
On a besoin de triphaser ici à Bangourin, parce qu'on a beaucoup de choses qu'on doit faire avec la lumière. La lumière se coupe ici chaque fois. Pourquoi? Parce qu'on a le monophasé. On a besoin de triphaser.
Une bonne fourniture en énergie électrique est nécessaire pour eux, afin de capitaliser le potentiel agricole de cette zone, où environ 500 tonnes de riz sont produits annuellement, pour ne parler que de cette culture, dont l'importation coûte à l'État du Cameroun plusieurs centaines de milliards de francs CFA chaque année. À Tchanville universitaire, les populations passent l'essentiel de leur journée privées de courant électrique.
Dans la lumière à Tchan, c'est la catastrophe. On ne voit même pas. Ça peut même faire, on peut compter les heures par semaine qu'on a la lumière à Tchan. La nuit, n'en parlons plus. En journée, n'en parlons plus. Donc, la lumière à Tchan, la lumière ici à Tchan, c'est comme si c'est plus que le vent et vient.
Ces lampadaires solaires, installés avec l'accompagnement de certains partenaires, pour la plupart ne brillent plus, faute d'entretien, obligeant les 300 000 habitants de la ville, dont un peu plus de 30 000 étudiants, de vivre en permanence dans le noir.
Fin de la première partie de ce journal. La suite, c'est avec vous, Lucy Liengo.
Exactly, Loveless. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying with us. It is the second segment of the news in English language. Bloody days in the conflict hit northwest region of the country. Another attack this morning by Fokwen in Bamenda, at least 2 police officers killed and a civilian also, according to sources. This was after an explosive device was placed in one of the tires used by police to block the road after or before car checks. Reports also say 2 police officers were on duty. The 2 police officers who were killed were on duty at Maifokwen this morning. This comes less than 48 hours that 2 police officers were killed at the Commercial Avenue in Bamenda still while they were on duty. Smajikan Grebel tells us that the population of the Northwest region, precisely in Bamenda, are now confused.
At the bank where the attack took place, a security rope has been tied around it, with all workers absent from work this Thursday. Along the Commercial Avenue where the incident occurred, several banks in the area have also remained locked up in solidarity with the bank that was attacked. According to sources within Bamenda, the attack at the bank was possible because alleged separatist fighters infiltrated a night vigil organized by commercial motorcycle riders in Bamenda Wednesday to mourn one of theirs killed by a truck at the City Chemist roundabout. It was in the course of that event that alleged separatist fighters used the opportunity to attack the police officers on duty at the bank in Commercial Avenue. All 2 security officers died on the spot, causing commotion in the town of Bamenda earlier Thursday morning. Later in the day, during our patrol in the town of Bamenda, from the regional delegation of national security, through some streets, right down to the Commercial Avenue, on easy calm range, with some courageous people going about their daily activities. For now, no official statement has been sent out by any top official in Bamenda.
Still in the northwest region of the country, this time let's talk about the challenges faced by the population of Bamenda 3. The people complain since the start of the crisis, most of their projects have been abandoned. As a means of resolving these problems faced by the people of Bamenda 3, an agreement has been signed by the Bamenda 3 Council and the Banyo Council, that's in the Adamara region of the country, in order to foster development. Immaculate Fogwe reports.
The over 7-year-old conflict ongoing in Anglophone Cameroon is hindering the advancement of civil developmental projects. A case in point is the Bamenda 3 subdivision, which is in dire need of a new facelift. Bad roads, frequent power cuts, dilapidated buildings and many other issues are some of the challenges faced by the population. Recently, the Bamenda 3 Council was razed to ashes, resulting to enormous material loss. Due to security challenges, raising funds has become a daunting task for the council. In order to enhance development as well as the well-being of the municipality, a delegation from the Bamenda 3 Council signed a memorandum of understanding with the Banyo Council located in the Adamara region.
The motive behind this cooperation is going to be successful, because most often people think that it's only North-South cooperation that works, but South-South cooperation can equally have very, very important ingredients that we can share together. We are going to share in small projects, we are going to share in medium-sized projects, and we are going to share in bigger projects for us to see that the practices that we have in Bamenda 3, we can be able to transfer them here in Banyo, and likewise those in Banyo could also be transported to Bamenda 3.
The visit, which aims at strengthening ties between both councils, will equally go a long way to strengthen cultural ties between both communities. The senior divisional officer for Mario Banyo, Gal Shao, believes the agreement will enhance tourism, education, steady food production, among other things. I am so happy about this initiative. Both councils should expect the realization of greater projects in the days ahead. Bettering the living conditions of the population is our goal. The 3-day visit of the delegation of Bamenda 3 marks a significant step of both councils, who are both bent on developing their municipalities.
Immaculate Fogo reporting there. Away from that, we talk something else. Reactions continue to stream in connection to the well-being and whereabouts of political activist Raymond Kota, aka Steve Akam. Political leaders have urged the Cameroon government to prove that Raymond Kota is still alive. For me, Amso Sanda compiled their reactions in the following report.
Public outing, Barrister Hippolyte Meli reveals that a defense team has been constituted for the defense of Steve Akam, also known as Raymond Kota. He says they have written to the Attorney General of the Central Region as well as the Director of Military Justice to know the whereabouts of Steve Akam. They want access to their client, Steve Akam, irrespective of where and why he is being detained. Taking public opinion as witness, the legal mind questioned whether Steve Akam is on pretrial detention. If yes, on what legal basis, What are the accusations against him? What is his physical and psychological state? What are the charges levied against him? And why is he being held incommunicado? They recall public opinion that Gabon is a signatory to the Rome Statute since 1998, ratified in December of the year 2000. From the above premise, the legal mind says the secret detention of Steve Arkham falls within forceful disappearance, crime against humanity, and against the Rome Statutes. Barrister Hippolyte Meli says it is unjustifiable for the state of Cameroon to join or participate in acts of violations of human rights and crimes against humanity with the state of Gabon. The College of Lawyers therefore awaits responses to their preoccupations from authorities in Cameroon. In a Facebook outing, the national president of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement, the CRM party, Professor Maurice Kamto, called on the government of Cameroon to immediately and publicly prove that Steve Arkham is still alive. Maurice Kamto says it is in the interest of the government of Cameroon to prove that it doesn't condone acts of torture and the violation of human rights. Professor Maurice Kamto hopes that the Steve Arkham affair will not end up like that of journalist Martinez Zogo, abducted in Yaoundé and assassinated at a Bogo Free, implicating Cameroonian state officials.
And in the report coming up next, our reporter Sedi Chakucho takes us to the Douala 5 subdivision, where the inhabitants have tabled their problems such as insufficient drainage systems, which has caused floods, and poor roads, amongst other challenges. This was during the mid-term budgetary session of the Douala 5 municipality. His report.
Inhabitants of Douala 5 subdivision in the littoral region are submerged with inundation since the beginning of the raining season. A situation they say is due to the insufficient drainage system in their area. Access to their day-to-day activities have become a daily struggle.
Very difficult period, especially when the constructed bridge that is there, that was constructed. As first, when they have not started working the drain, we were managing it the way we were, because we had to dig the drain on our own. But when the project came in, the caterpillars and the other people came around and they had to dug the whole thing. And what happened is that they happened to block the passage because they had to build a bridge. So very unfortunate, we have been having issues. When it rains a lot, water has to come up here because the water is no more going.
Quand il pleut, l'eau emporte les enfants, même les matériels qu'on travaille avec, tout ça. Même la maladie.
The population during the midterm budgetary evaluation session of 2024 raised these difficulties they are facing in their area. To solve the problem, a budget of 7,572,875,000 was allocated.
Douala 5 Council has as an objective to improve the performance of its services within the new decentralization environment. In that regard, we are accompanying the Douala 5 Council in drawing up of its new organizational chart that was examined by the councillors and approved today.
With this, inhabitants hope that their situation will rapidly be solved, knowing that they are exposed to waterborne diseases if nothing is done.
And now let's talk health. The Minister of Public Health, during the official launching of the universal health coverage in Boya, which is the first in the southwest region, has encouraged the population to register and engage or take part in the scheme. A reporter, Malaglory, reports or gives us the details of the minister's visit to Boya in the southwest region.
Boya in the southwest region is one of those towns in Cameroon to benefit from the universal health coverage. This is following the visit of the Public Health Minister, Dr. Manauda Malashi, in the town of legendary hospitality to launch this program, and also the health voucher, which according to him is aimed at reducing the cost of health care for pregnant women and children from 0 to 42 weeks.
So I think I just do this a visit to the health facilities to see whether they are just making announcements or they are effectively practice this health voucher in the health facilities in the southwest regions.
During his tour, he made a stop at the Integrated Health Center where he met with some pregnant women who testified that they have been benefiting from the health voucher. From there, he moved to the hemodialysis center of the Boya Regional Hospital.
There were times we had only 4 machines here. So we will come here and make about 4 days, 3 days, 4 days before you dialyze.
And here in the hemodialysis center, we have make extension and bring the new machines. So I think we are working hardly to update the quality of healthcare here.
Satisfied with this, he sends an important message to the population.
To all of us, traditional officers, religious officers, authorities, actors of government, member of parliament, all of us, students and civil society, we have to be clear about this universal health coverage.
This phase of the official launching of the universal health coverage in the Anglophone regions of the southwest and northwest regions is to improve on the health of the people. And under the terms of the project, every Cameroonian citizen will be required to have a health coverage card with a unique identification number to enable them receive care and services throughout the country.
And now in sports, it is with deep regret we announce to you the death of the former president of the Confederation of African Football, Issa Hayatou. He died in Paris, France, following an illness. Born in the year 1946 in Cameroon, the former footballer was a figure who has left an indelible mark. He served as president of the Confederation of African Football for almost 3 decades until March 2017. It was a period during which the sports world on the continent experienced significant growth and gained global recognition. His time as CAF president saw the expansion of the African Cup of Nations, in inclusion of more African teams in the FIFA World Cup, and the strengthening of football infrastructures across Africa. Hayatou also held the position of interim president of FIFA from October 2015 to February 2016, stepping in after Sepp Blatter was suspended by the World Football Governing Board. In the show, we'll come back to that in greater details during our subsequent news editions. That will be at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. news editions. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for this edition of the Midday Bilingual News on Équinoxe Television. We are glad you stayed with us through this hour, and we live in the company of interesting programs. La first signé, do have a nice day.
C'est la fin de ce journal. Merci de nous avoir suivis. Restez en compagnie d'Équinoxe Télévision. Les programmes se poursuivent.